We got BTS yet to come.
The most beautiful moment. I hope they got English subtitles.
Was it honestly the best? Cause I just wanna see the next 부지런히 지나온 어제들 속에 참 아름답게 Yeah, the past was honestly the best But my best is what comes next I'm not playing now for sure 그날을 향해 숨이 벅차게 You and the best moment is yet to come Moment is yet to come Yeah. 다들 언제부턴가 말하네 우리 최고라고 원통할 수 없는 names 이제 무겁기만 해 노래가 좋았다고 그저 달랠 뿐이라고 Promise that we'll keep on coming back for more 너의 마음속 깊은 어딘가 여전한 소년이 있어 My moment is yet to come Yet to come 당신은 꿈꾸는가 그 길의 끝이 무엇일까 Moment is yet to come 모두가 숨죽인 밤 우린 발을 멈추지 않나 Yet to come We're gonna touch the sky For the day we die Moment is yet to come 자 이제 시작이야 The best yet to come 언젠가부터 붙은 불편한 수식어 최고란 말은 아직까지 난 간지러워 난 말야 강음하게 좋은 걸 예전에 그때와 다르게 별로 아마 다른 게 별로 없다면 you say it's all a lie 난 변화는 많았지만 변함은 없었다 해 어느 chapter 매 순간이 새로운 treasure 지금 난 마치 13살 그때 나처럼 아직도 배울 게 많고 나 인생 채울 게 많아 그 이유를 물어본다면 내 심장이 말하잖아 We ain't about it 이 세상의 기대 We ain't about it 최고란 기준 that's that We ain't about it 원간 갖고 수많은 trophy We ain't about it Dream and hope and going forward We so about it 긴긴 원을 돌아 결국 또 제자리 Back to one 너의 마음속 깊은 어딘가 여전한 소년이 있어 Moment is yet to come Yet to come 당신은 꿈꾸는가 그 길의 끝이 무엇일까 Moment is yet to come 모두가 숨죽인 밤 우린 발을 멈추지 않나 Yet to come We're gonna touch the sky For the day we die Moment is yet to come 자 이제 시작이야 The best yet to come The best Cause I just wanna see the next 눈부시게 지나온 기억들 속에 참 아름답게 Yeah, the past was honestly the best But my best is what comes next Never seeing it did the more 그날을 향해 또 우리답게 You and the best moment is yet to come
I really liked what they were saying. And I like, well, first, I love that they're in the desert, but you keep hearing as if they're near a beach. So it just kind of goes to show the power of one's mind to visualize being around water when you're actually in a desert. And I really like what they said, that was the past really the best. You can think of it as their career, but you can also think of it as if they're talking about like a relationship. Because I went back and forth between those two ideas. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the end where they're all in a school bus and they talk about their past, and it's very nostalgic for us to think of our childhood. Usually things that we've done in our childhood that makes us really happy, we tend to revisit that as adults sometimes, and sometimes it's never as pleasurable, because the things we experience as kids, I think it's because of the frame of mind we have as we're kids. Like, so when you do the same thing as an adult, it's never as gratifying, I think, at least in my experience, to try to relive that as an adult.
Yeah.
But them being in that school bus is what it reminds me of. It's like they're taking this trip together. Like anytime you're in a school bus, you're taking a field trip. And so like they're in this school bus together and reminiscing together. So I don't know if they're childhood friends, but it's much more nostalgic revisiting things with your childhood friends, because it makes it that much more real. So I kind of wondered if that's what they are to each other, because then I can see the real appeal. It's kind of just getting your old childhood friends together again. And when you can do that, you can almost feel like a kid again.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting that they had the train wreck scene where there was a train and it was wrecked, and the meaning behind it, and how they were still carrying on with their lives. It was very positive.
Yeah, and for them, as far as they've come, they're still pushing forward. And I think that was kind of the theme of the song. It's like, we still have a ways to go.
Yeah, and there's like more room to grow. Because there were moments when they had like the old, I think they were like swings or something, where you would see at an amusement park or like a carnival setting. And then there was another thing where like flowers were growing out of the sand. So I thought it was very symbolic that even if you feel like you're in a deserted place, or you feel dry, or you feel like you're in a place where almost nothing seems to live, you can still somehow find that. I thought that was very meaningful there.
Yeah, I think plants are like the ultimate analogy for life. And like when you can have like dead soil, but there's life that's going to come out of that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why plants are so symbolic when it comes to rebirth or life or
And resilience.
Resilience, right?
Depending on how it's grown.
Yeah, because even in the harshest environment,